MB Crusher grabs the industry headlines. JCB unveils the excavator equivalent of Doctor Who's Tardis, and making the case for a new line of backhoe loaders. All that and more on the Weekend Wrap. Those of us of a certain age will recall a time when French-built Montauban hydraulic breakers ruled the roost. They were the grand fromage of the hydraulic hammer market. In fact, for a while, I actually handled the PR for their sole UK importer at the time, a company called Improved Performances. I'm not entirely sure if they exist anymore, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, we certainly did. But Montauban is about to unveil an upgraded range of breakers in an attempt to regain its crown. And we can show you exactly what they look like. So those fine folks at MB Crusher have just unveiled a new line of demolition grabs. And my favourite Italian person in the entire world has kindly given us the first look. This one sits at the top end of the range. It's the MB G1000 grapple that is designed for heavy work in applications like demolition. So without further ado, let's take a look. Yeah.
We are Encon, a company from the northern Sweden, built and driven by people who put their heart and soul into changing the world of digging. Starting in a garage in 1990, Encon has grown into a world-leading, well-managed international company. With a turnover of €126 million last year, 3 factories, 15 markets, and 330 employees, we are changing the world of digging.
What is small on the outside but big on the inside? If you said Doctor Who's Tardis, yeah, you'd be right. But if you said the new 245 XR excavator from JCB, you'd also be right. And you'd also be a grown-up. Yesterday afternoon, the British manufacturer hosted the latest in a long line of slick virtual launches. And this one centered upon a new reduced swing addition to the company's X series of excavators. Let's take a look. So yesterday afternoon, I hosted our weekly No Agenda show over on Instagram Live. The subject of the unscripted show was downskilling by stealth, and it took in everything, including subcontracting of demolition work and the use of non-CCDO operatives. It proved to be popular and extremely contentious, which is probably why the show ran for a full 40 minutes. In fact, it was so popular that I thought I would throw open the discussion to a wider audience. So the first question was, if a demolition contractor wins a contract based upon its experience, accreditation and reputation, should the company then be permitted to subcontract the work to a company without those credentials? As you can see, almost 84% of respondents so far believe that demolition work won by an accredited company should not be subcontracted rather, to a non-accredited company. The second question was, if a demolition contractor wins a contract based upon its CCDO operative workforce, should it be acceptable for that work to be carried out by CSCS operatives? Based on the responses so far, 84% of people believe that CSCS card holders should not be carrying out work won by a company claiming a CCDO workforce. And the final question was, if a demolition contractor is accredited to ISO standards, should the company then be permitted to subcontract its work to a company that is not ISO accredited? Just under 79% of respondents said that the non-ISO accredited companies should not be carrying out work won by ISO accredited demolition firms. All of which sounds to me like a theoretical victory for good sense and good practice. As I said previously, I'm going to keep that poll open for a few more days, and I'll be reporting back probably a bit more in a bit more depth, likely to be on Monday. But the more responses we get, the more insightful the findings. So pop over to demolitionnews.com after the show and let us have your thoughts as well. We'd love to hear what you have to say.